but only till recently.
Take a hand.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Brown, and today we'll be looking at the SCP-333, Subject Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-333 is to be observed when it is present and known to the world. It can be known due to its heavy influence during particular XK class events. Due to the XK class end of the world scenario in August 2000, SCP-333 has been missing within our own reality. A tracker was planted on its hazardous environment suit provided by the facility. Where it worked, see Addendum 333 for more info. SCP-333 is to be immediately be tracked by a field team 183 Lambda upon its arrival, in the event that an XK class end of the world scenario could happen due to its presence. SCP-333 is impossible to capture due to one of its anomalous properties. Despite this, containment should be involved stripping any and all equipment, clothing, and various items of SCP-333. If SCP-333 ever becomes a threat, it is to be detained and kept within a sealed room with no possible method of escape. See Incident Log IL-333-B for more information. Description: SCP-333 is a 27-year-old male named, a graduate from, with a doctorate in theoretical physics, who worked at the SCP-333 has short brown hair, hazel-colored eyes, and being tall and skinny in appearance. SCP-333 can be seen wearing glasses along with what looks like a hazard suit. When a person attempts to vocally communicate with SCP-333, they are greeted with a non-verbal response to the request. SCP-333 has not spoken since the XK class end of the world scenario, which took place on August 2000. See Addendum 333-1 for more details. While SCP-333's appearance is considered lanky in nature, it has immense strength that most humans can only fantasize of achieving. While SCP-333 can be seen holding several hundred pounds worth of weapons, ammunition, and various other materials along with its heavy, hazardous environment suit. While little to no loss of stamina whilst holding onto its equipment, it is theorized that this is part of SCP-333's anomalous properties. One consistent behavior exhibited from SCP-333 is its admiration for its red crowbar it has used as its weapon of choice for its origin, and if it has any anomalous properties, is unknown. SCP-333 was classed Euclid upon the discovery of the XK class end of the world scenario directly involving it. The incident on August 2000 was an experiment it had direct involvement in. See Incident Log IL-333-A for more information. The only other appearance of SCP-333 was an XK class event dated on. Containment of SCP-333 is not known to be possible and or desired based on its immense ability to conquer these XK class scenarios. It was proposed to change SCP-333's class to Keter pending review. Due to the nature of SCP-333, the Foundation is concerned that with every appearance of SCP-333 results in the start of an XK class end of the world scenario. Due to its anomalous properties, SCP-333's victories have not gone unnoticed, spawning resistance movements centered around it, leaving members in awe of its accomplishments, often leading to unification. However, this following has led to several hundreds of casualties, based on overconfident bravery as witnessed by Foundation personnel. Blind bravery, as described by Commander. If any non-Foundation personnel are seen to be interacting with SCP-333, they are to be detained and briefed, then administered Class A amnestics. SCP-333's anomalous properties have been boiled down to the right place at the right time by Foundation's researchers. One of its properties is being able to withstand all forms of damage with relative ease, despite the amount of blood loss it has suffered, or similarly, the type of wound it has received. SCP-333 can take up to dozens of bullets in intense combat situations and still remain persistent to its task at hand. While there are signs of physical trauma, SCP-333 will often use a basic first aid kit to patch itself up, and slowly recover from any and all physical trauma. The hazardous suit that SCP-333 wears covers all of its body except for its head, but even when shot in the head, it persists. Foundation Team 183 Lambda has noticed other forms of physical trauma, based on when it removes its suit to clean up any remaining wounds. The origin of SCP-333's recovering abilities are unknown, and no experiments involving such have taken place. Researchers hypothesize that SCP-333 is nearly invincible, however, with enough sustained damage done quickly, it can face fatal consequences. See Addendum 333-2 for more details on SCP-333's sustained damage state, or SDS. Addendum 333-1. On 2000, SCP-333 formally identified at the facility as Dr. or the sector of the materials lab was running late to work for a massive experiment involving a crystal that had unknown origin according to most scientists at the facility. SCP-333 lived in the facility dormitories alone and went to work each morning with seemingly no issue. On the date 2000, at about 8:15 a.m., SCP-333 arrived to the test chamber he was supposed to be in to conduct the test involving the crystal. According to the recovered lab report, the crystal was to be placed into a catalyst, in which this case was a... Upon the crystal entering the beam, the device had a complete malfunction, prompting the start of an XK-class end-of-the-world scenario. According to archival security footage, SCP-333 was seen disappearing for a few moments before reappearing in the aftermath. The camera went dark upon a large explosion, and the next time SCP-333 would be seen was in a trans-system of the facility. This was documented by the US military, who sent in to contain the situation despite the Foundation's offer. SCP-333 was seen being shot at by military personnel. SCP-333 proceeded to fire back at the soldiers, killing them in the process. By this point, special forces from the Foundation were sent in to contain any and all anonymous entities within the facility. Members of the Foundation arrived late, and radio chatter stating "forget about Freeman" had personnel frustrated. SCP-333 was last seen in the Lambda section of the facility, which provided SCP-333 with a possible extra-dimensional displacement. SCP-333 was not seen again until 2000. Addendum 333-2. SCP-333's SDS, Sustained Damage State, has only been observed from afar by Foundation operatives. Dr. accompanied these operatives on several occasions to analyze the healing process firsthand. These analytical scenarios were conducted during the XK-class end-of-the-world scenario in 2000. SCP-333's sustained damage states have been organized based on the type of physical trauma and how each type was treated. Addendum 333-3 Bullet Entry Wound. SCP-333 was provided a basic medical kit to itself, which contained a small syringe infused with an unknown green substance. From what the field team 183-Lambda observed, the holes seemingly closed in a blink of an eye, although no signs of accelerated healing were seen. Various degrees of burns. SCP-333's worst instance of being burned is when it recoiled near a pile of rubble on fire, and proceeded to burn for approximately 0.04 seconds. SCP-333 suffered a second-degree burn on his hand due to a lack of gloves. It is unknown where the gloves were at this time, but despite this, SCP-333 once again provided itself with a standard medical kit, and the corresponding syringe with an unknown green substance inside. Blunt force trauma. SCP-333 was fending off an anomalous entity now known as SCP, and was severely hit by the entity's right hand. Once SCP-333 disposed of the entity, it once again proceeded to provide itself with the same care of a standard medical kit, with a syringe filled with an unknown green substance. Note: From what was analyzed, SCP-333 would often grab a few medical kits and eventually switch out the old ones for new ones he would discover. Any other instance of physical damage would be solved with these medical kits. Foundation acquired a few of these medical kits and provided them to subjects D-453835 and D-325886. Both had sustained physical trauma from the experiment involving SCP and were administered these medical kits. Upon being injected with the unknown liquid, the subject's pain was eased. However, upon analyzation, no wounds were healed in the way SCP-333's were. The liquid was tested and found out to be heavy doses of morphine and other various painkillers. The subjects showed a sense of calmness and lack of alertness, while SCP-333 continued its task with little to no changes aside from its healing properties. Granted, little observation was able to be conducted because of the rate at which SCP-333's completed activities. Enough data was gathered to declare SCP-333's SDS as an anomalous property. Incident Log IL-333-A. In the minutes of the Foundation's Special Operatives' excursion to the facility, they were shocked and distressed when they found themselves fighting with now classed as SCP in the parking garage of the facility. Operatives were preparing to deploy a Class 3 nuclear bomb in joint operation with the USA government, and deployed on explicit order of data expunged. The purpose of this device was to ensure that any anomalous entities exhibiting immensely violent properties or instances of extra-dimensional travel would be extinguished at its source. The entity had many of the same characteristics of SCP-333, however, it was sporting a US military uniform and appeared to be hostile toward Foundation personnel. Luckily, SCP-333-1 did not tamper with deployment, but it caused a significant loss in Foundation operatives, measuring a fatality count of data expunged. It is theorized that SCP-333-1 could either be a product or relation to SCP-333. Aside from appearance, SCP-333-1 has identical anomalous properties exhibited by SCP-333. The anomalous properties it held include immeasurable strength, stamina, cleverness, luck, and stability. Following the incident of SCP-333-1 escaping and making it past the perimeter that the Field Team 183-Lambda set up, SCP-333-1 has since not been found or encountered anywhere, and this is the only known incident that involved it in Foundation members. It is hypothesized that the successful detonation of the nuclear device planted by Foundation Special Operations was responsible for the possible death of SCP-333-1. However, it has been classed Euclid by the Foundation Ethics Committee, based on that sentiment that only being a speculation. Incident Log IL-333-B. Upon the successful containment of the XK class end of the world scenario, with the assistance of SCP-333 and Foundation as a whole, SCP-333 was detained immediately following cleanup procedures and recovery. With ease and compliance, SCP-333 was brought to site and was questioned on his motives and anomalous properties. SCP-333 was stripped of his hazard suit, all forms of identification, weapons, tools, and other miscellaneous items. An interview was conducted with SCP-333 upon successful containment procedures. Interviewer, Dr. Interviewee, SCP-333.
SCP-333, thank you for coming in. I have some questions for you if you wish to answer them. I understand that your official name is Dr. Freeman? Excellent. I shall refer to you as such then. Tell me, Dr. Freeman, what pushed you to persist as much as you did? Dr. Freeman, based on our surveyed information, you are not a man of many words. Since I cannot ask you of much, I pose you two questions. Are you human? And do you wish to be a benefit to the human race? Oh, that's a relief. Well, Dr. Freeman, let me grab my questionnaire for you and see if I can gather more information for us. Is that okay? Thank you. End interview log.
Note: SCP-333 exhibited no vocalizations before the review either. It simply followed commands. When Dr. returned with the questionnaire he promised, the ventilation shaft appeared to be open with no signs of struggle in removing it, and zero signs of SCP-333. A containment breach was issued by staff, but upon searching the entire facility, not a trace of SCP-333 was found. The only objects out of place were SCP-333's clothes, hazardous suit, glasses, and red crowbar. Since this disappearance, no sightings of SCP-333 have been reported, and it's likely that it traveled extra-dimensionally based on its history with the subject matter. Alright. Thank you, everyone, for listening. If indeed you still are, good day all.